Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. I've got a really fun little card for you today. This, just wanted to say thanks for everything. It's a fun little preview of some brand new products that are coming April 1st or available right now in new demonstrator kits. And it's also a challenge. So you might be familiar with these cards. There's videos on the blog for each of these cards where I taught a fun little paper cutting technique to get the most out of your designer series paper. And then the layout is the same. I put a challenge on the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social to use this layout and the fun little paper cutting technique that I'm going to teach you today. Case the card and share. The only rules are that ask that you use mostly Stampin' Up products. It doesn't have to be current. Oh, it can be retired stuff, but use mostly Stampin' Up, and no self-promotion or linking away from the craft social. But if you're on Facebook and you want to join us for a little card making challenge, I'd love to see what you do with the information that I'm presenting for you here and the inspiration that I'm presenting. All right, so let's start with this card. We're gonna do this just wanted to say thanks card. And we'll start with a mint macaron card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to emboss it. Are you ready for the first sneak peek I've got for you today? We're going to emboss it with the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. This is an Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. It's a brand new one, and it is available starting April 1st for customers, but right now for demonstrators, or right now for those who are thinking about joining Stampin' Up during celebration. During celebration now through March 31st, you can join Stampin' Up for $99 and get $125 worth of merchandise of your choice, including any of the sneak peeks that you see me working with here from the Ornate Garden Suite. In addition to the $125 worth of product, Stampin' Up is also offering a free mini paper trimmer, a free designer series paper sampler pack, and free stamp set of your choice with the kit for no additional charge. It's fun being a demonstrator. Demonstrators get stuff first. All right, so here is our gorgeous Ornate Floral embossing folder. Look at that great texture. Isn't that amazing? All right, now I'm going to fold this card, and it's a standard A2 size card, so it's 4 1/4 by 5. I want to show you a little trick with the designer series paper. So you got 12 by 12 designer series paper here. This is the Ornate Garden designer series paper, A side, B side. We're gonna cut 3-inch strip off of this so we could get 4 3-inch strips from a 12 by 12 piece of designer series paper. And then from this 3-inch strip, we're gonna cut off 4 inches. So we could get 3 by 4 inch pieces from one strip. That would yield 12 of these 3 by 4 pieces of designer series paper. 12 cards, 1 sheet of paper. Now the thing is, I don't like this piece because if you use it on a standard card base, it's 1 1/4 inch short on the width, but it's 1 1/2 inches short on the length, so it doesn't give you an even border. So what I like to do next is take this designer series paper and cut 1 1/4 inches off. This is the little mini trimmer that you get for free with your Stampin' Up starter kit during celebration. Isn't that a cutie? All right, now we're gonna go ahead and adhere this to our designer series paper. I'm gonna go with that B side again. I really love this terracotta tile pattern, and I just can't bring myself to cover it up with adhesive anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and do the terracotta tile pattern up. You can do anything, so many different cards and designs with this technique. And then we're going to skip a half an inch or a quarter of an inch and adhere the second piece of our designer series paper so we have an equal border all the way around. Now don't worry, the rest of our design is going to cover up that gap and nobody will know that you stretched your designer series paper. We're going to cover that gap with a stitched rectangle. I cut this one ahead of time, Whisper white cardstock, using the stitched rectangle dies. And I used the 3 3/4 by 1 5/16 rectangle. Got some early espresso Stampin' Pad and mint macaron here. And next sneak peek, are you ready? The next item I want to show you is the Ornate Thanks stamp set. We're going to use this buildable photopolymer greeting set. Mix and match the pieces to make our own custom greeting. Just wanted to say thanks for everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the thanks and ink it up in mint macaron and stamp it centered on the Whisper white stitched rectangle. Then we've got for everything. We're going to ink that up in early espresso. Stamp that underneath thanks. I love these builder greetings. I love the multicolor greeting, and it's so easy to achieve that with these builder greetings. Now for the top of our sentiment, we're going to do just wanted to say, ink that up with early espresso and line that up right above thanks. So pretty. All right, while we're stamping, let me clear away mint macaron and early espresso, and we're gonna get terracotta tile. I've got a tiny scrap of terracotta tile cardstock and a flower. The flower is from the Thoughtful Blooms stamp set. Thoughtful Blooms is a celebration item. It's free with a $50 purchase. It's not too late to get in on those celebration items. March 31st is the last day to place your celebration orders and get the free rewards. They're stackable. There's no limits. So you could also, in the same order, get the small bloom punch. This is a $100 celebration item. If you were to order $150 in products during celebration, you could have the Thoughtful Blooms and the small bloom punch for free, plus $15 in host rewards. Now we're going to press the center of this little bloom with our Take Your Pick tool using the cap of the putty end. Let's bring our card back in here. We'll adhere our greeting. Another little dry adhesive snail is perfect here. We're gonna do, just wanted to say thanks for everything to cover the gap. Got a mini Stampin' Dimensional. Pick up the flower, add it to the corner of our greeting, but don't cover the greeting. And I've got the littlest scrap of old olive and my leaf punch here. I'm going to punch just this left side, just this little leaf right here. It's the perfect size to work with the bloom. Let's adhere the leaves to our flower, behind our flower. A little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue on the back of one leaf. Tuck in. And then I'm going to snip off the stem on this one. And grab a mini Stampin' Dimensional on the back of this leaf. I'm going to tuck this leaf in all the way up against that mini dimensional, or up against that mini glue dot. Now here's our cards. The last little sneak peek I have for you today is embellishment for the center of our flower. These are the gilded gems. They're blingy and sparkly, they're faceted, they're gold, but they're not a gory gold color, they're a warm gold. Very pretty and make a big impact. One little gem makes a huge impact. All right, adhere to the center of the flower, and there it is. All right, guys, if you've got any questions about the project, about the celebration, about joining the kitchenettes, or about the card making challenge on the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social, email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com and to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.